Imagine yourself on your first day at your new job. You have no idea what you're doing and you have a paralyzing fear of messing up. That is exactly how I felt when I first started serving. The only difference is I did mess up. My very first day on the floor, I spilled a huge tray of drinks all over an unsuspecting diner as I was setting it down. I was mortified and the guest was soaked. Today I am going to tell you why serving became my greatest point of pride. After my greatest fear came to life that first day, I was able to get past it and I began to learn that being a good server took much more than I originally thought. Being a good server is extremely hard work that takes both dedication and a knack for pleasing your guests. Today I'd like to tell you all why I am so proud to be a server. To be a good server, you must have an efficient memory, be able to anticipate your guests' needs, and have a tremendous amount of patience. First of all, a good server needs to have an efficient memory. Many great servers are able to take a multitude of orders without writing a single one down. It takes advanced skill not only to remember all of the orders, but also to remember who ordered what. A lot of people are very picky when they go out to eat and want certain modifications to their orders. This is the tricky part. A great server must always remember exactly how their guests want their food prepared, so it is served just how they want it and doesn't get sent back to the kitchen. A server is also responsible for multiple tables at any given time, and they all might need something different. For instance, one table might need refills on all of their drinks, while a second table asks for more ketchup, some paper napkins, and an extra fork. As a server, you must remember all of this while taking the orders of your third table and vice versa. Now that you know why a good server needs an efficient memory, I'll explain why a great server anticipates their guests' needs. There are several reasons why a server needs to be able to anticipate their guests' needs. It is never a good sign to hear the tell-all, straw sucking at the bottom of an empty glass, which is why it is important to refill a drink when it is half empty. Anticipating when your guest will need another drink not only builds rapport, it also may even impress them. Often, certain guests may have certain special needs or restrictions that a server must recognize and accommodate. For instance, a young child may need a booster seat, a blind guest may not know if a Braille menu is available, or a guest may be allergic to a certain vegetable or seasoning. In all of these situations, it is the server's responsibility to accommodate the guest appropriately, and guests usually appreciate a server who goes the extra mile. A good server must also know when it is appropriate to offer boxes for leftovers and point out the dessert menu. Now that I've explained why it is important for a server to anticipate their guests' needs, I'll explain the most important quality a good server must possess: patience. A server must have patience for a number of reasons. First, it is not uncommon for people to be rude to their servers for whatever reason. A server must be able to keep a level head and act as if nothing happened, or as if it doesn't even faze them. Remember, a server's livelihood depends on being able to keep a calm and friendly demeanor, even with the rudest of all rude guests. Also, guests tend to ask stupid questions. A good server is able to answer said questions thoroughly and in a way that doesn't say to the guest, "What a stupid question you just asked me." Sometimes guests want to camp out in a server's section and spend the whole afternoon there. It is important for a server to make the guest feel welcome even when this happens. No one wants to be rushed when they go out to eat. Possibly the most important type of patience a server must have is patience for bad tippers. The truth is, many people either don't know how to tip or just don't understand that their server's livelihood depends on their tips. A server might give impeccable service and still get a $2 tip, no matter what the total bill was. This is not only infuriating, but also discouraging, and it may be the biggest obstacle to overcome in becoming a great server. A good server must learn to overlook these chronic bad tippers and be patient and hopeful that their next tip might make up for it. Let me end by saying I am proud of being a server because it involves much more than just taking orders and delivering food. A good server must have exceptional memorization skills. A server must also be able to anticipate their guests' needs, and servers must learn to be extremely patient when dealing with difficult guests. Overall, being a server is hard work that takes dedication and the desire and ability to please all of your guests. I take pride in my work, and for me, pleasing my guests brings great satisfaction and great tips.